And that's what I wanted to ask you because, you know, as we begin to wrap up, unfortunately, I have to have you come back on again. Yeah. But now that we have, for the first time in history, an African-American man in the White House, an African-American president of the United States of America, has the playing field been leveled?
No.
Is it such,
no.
Is it?
No. And here's what I'm saying by it has not been leveled. It doesn't have to be leveled. I like what Jackie Robinson said. Don't level the playing field. Just let me on and I'll level it myself. We should, as African-American males, in honor of President Barack Obama, honor his presence, one, by cleaning up our image, cleaning up our language, and start becoming engaged with our families. Abandon the behavior of being sperm donors and become responsible, engaged fathers.
Okay.
Just in honor of his presidency, of the image, the symbol that he provides for us right now, to develop our minds. Because what we know is anything's possible right now. Anything's possible. When I was a kid, we used to say, you got as much chance of doing that as a man going to the moon. We can't say that anymore.
I remember.
Okay? We can't say that anymore. Now, we never even thought about a black man being president of the United States. That was something beyond our imagination. That's a reality where we live right now. And I say he's not an exception, but he is an example of the possibility for the rest of us. And most of us are sleeping that right now, particularly black men, who now are not switching from selling drugs and leaving a life of mediocrity and playing it small to playing a bigger game to the extent that we should. Some are, but not to the extent that we should.
And I like the way you say the fact that some are, because the vast majority, or at least what we see in the media, what is being shown to our young men are the men that are not. And what we're not seeing are the Les Browns, and we're not seeing the, you know, the mayor of Boston, and we're not seeing all the Fortune 500 presidents and all that. They're not on the media, in the media every day so that we can see them. So yes, there are so many that are doing phenomenal things.
Yes,
and that's what I want to see more of. And when we see more of that, then our young men will say,
we can create that.
Yes,
but we have the opportunity to do that now with the internet. 2007, Time magazine said the internet is the person of the year. Why? Because it's a platform that gives you not only access to information, but it's a platform to disseminate information. You can have your own television show, your own radio show, your own podcast.
Right.
All of that through that little device. We have to just use that device and we can create a brighter tomorrow. This is a great, incredible time to be alive.
It really is. And the other thing that as we wrap up, the other thing that I really want you to talk about is this. You, Mr. Les Brown, people may look and say, oh, well, he arrived, he achieved, he got there. So it's easy now. But just talk a little bit about the amount of work that you do and still do every day.
Just think about the fact that in order for me to establish myself as an intellectual resource, I don't have the complexion of connection, to get white corporations to reach over years of experience, PhDs and MBAs, years of experience of PhDs that are black, MBAs, and hire me as an intellectual resource.
Do you have a PhD?
No.
Do you have an MBA?
No. No college training at all, and was labeled educable mentally retarded. Failed twice in school. The average American earns $21,000 an hour. I mean, a year. $21,000 a year. I earn $30,000 an hour. I'm going to speak in Australia. 4 speeches. They're going to pay me £55,000.
How much is that? How much is that?
That's more than $1. That's a record joke. And I'm just saying, and I don't say that to impress anybody.
I understand.
But it's possible. What's possible for one is possible for all. All we have to keep that in mind. That's the mantra. What's possible for one is possible for all. I watched the late Dr. Norman Vincent Peale and Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins, and I said, if they can do it, I can do it. Some of that money's got my name on it. I read, I studied them, I went to seminars and workshops, I invested in myself. I still read 2 to 3 books every week because I want to. My goal when I go to that microphone is to dominate. No, there's no speaker on the planet that custom design a presentation for a corporation like me. None of them know as many quotes as I know, as many studies as I know, and can create a speech on a quote and talk all day without repeating myself.
On the drop of a dime.
Yes.
You can do that.
Absolutely.
How many newspapers do you read?
I read about 5.
How often?
Every day.
Thank you. I just want people to see that it's not easy and it doesn't just happen to you and you just ride it. Yes.
It's just like your son and his friends hanging in the studio. They don't look at the watch because that's their passion.
Right.
So I don't even know how much I read because this is what I love to do. It's like breathing for me.
Right.
And I tell people that you are not born to work for a living, but to live your making, and living your making will make your living.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Les Brown.
Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby
boy.
And Kathleen May, pride and joy.
You are amazing.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, you're watching I'm Just Saying. I'm your host, Kathleen Williams.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon with Mr. Les Brown. Oh my gosh, extraordinaire. Get a hold of his tapes. How do people get in touch with you?
LesBrown.com.
Les Brown. Yes at LesBrown.com?
Yes at LesBrown.com is my email.
Oh, sorry.
Yes at LesBrown.com is my email. And yes, www.lesbrown.com is my website.
LesBrown.com is the website. And you can always see him and on our website at www.I'mJustSayingTV.com. I'm Kathleen Williams. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.